I came here today. I came to the court today, right here at the what is called the Supreme Court.
I think it is the Supreme Court of the
The
New York
Supreme
State.
Court seat.
Yeah.
So why I came because somebody else invited me, and then I saw you. Why? First of all, let me clarify. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I'm not a professional journalist, but I'm learning as I go along.
Okay.
So don't mind my questions. What brought you here today?
Well, Sandy Nurse, for some reason.
What district is that?
District 37.
It was in New York City Council, right?
Yes, of the working families. They decided to take me to court or whatever, right, before the Board of Elections actually made a decision if I could stay on the ballot, which is kind of weird in some way, right? Anyways, I am kind of running on the Republican Party, but the thing is, though, if she is successful to take me off the ballot, and actually what I am going to be doing right now as a backup plan is running the independent line. And I just want to make it clear that I am a moderate. It even says on my X and my Twitter that I'm a centrist. So the thing is though, I just want to make that clear. And I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like the word progressive, the word right wing, and all that, everything like that. I don't know. I feel like that word is kind of getting kind of played with, especially with the working families, because a lot of their stuff that they're doing is not progressive at all within the city. So
you look Hispanic. What are you Dominican?
Oh, I'm actually Native American.
Native American.
Right.
Wow.
So
But the Democrats claim that Native Americans.
No, oh my God! If I hear one more land claim, I swear I'm gonna go crazy. Like they do these land claims like this. We are on the land of the Seneca or whatever, right? And it's like, yo, like what are you guys doing? Like, don't do that. That's like the same thing as like saying Latinx, you know? So come on, like just don't.
So you hold on, sorry. You are Native Americans,
Right.
according to them. Not me, not Danny Martinez. According to them, this is your land, not their land.
Right.
And they kicking you out of the ballot,
I know.
even though you are in your land.
I know, we can't even get it. We don't even get
We are in the Lanape, what do you call it? Lanape
right.
land.
Yes.
Wow, hypocrites, right?
And that's the thing. So it's like, okay, so the thing is though, like you're supposed to be progressive and you're stopping me from having my voice before the Board of Elections even like tells me yes or no. So that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even trying to be like that or anything like that. Because the thing is though, because the way it is, like for me, like I didn't even do any objection to anyone. The only reason why is because I feel like it's always going to be the people that are going to make the choice regardless, right? Because we're all doing votes. So, but the thing is though, for her to actually go and get a lawyer and do this all, like I said, before the Board of Elections, that's kind of funny. That's, you know, it makes me feel some type of way.
She did it to a Native American.
Right.
Wow. And what is your name?
My name's Eleanor McArthur.
Eleanor McArthur.
Yes, I know a lot of us don't have Native American last names. You know, like there's somebody that's another thing that's kind of like another stereotype. Like, you know, like think about it. Her name is Sharice Davis. She's in Congress, right? She's a Democrat, but she doesn't have a Native American sounding last name. A lot of us have various kinds of last names.
Oh, that's good. No, so I'm learning education here.
Right, exactly.
So my question is like, can you give us your platform? Why you're running, and what is your platform? Everybody has a platform. Why they're running?
Okay, well, as of right now, I feel like first of all, our city council, I think, right as of right now, they're saying that they're grassroots. They are not. They're just kind of picking and choosing what their platform is, like, you know, without by using lobbyists and stuff like that. And one thing I do want to actually sort out. And if I actually get on city council, I do actually want to look over the corruption. I feel like there is a lot of that. That is one thing, and also, I understand it may require some cleaning out of the agencies and going through the agencies and seeing what is actually going on, because we're having, like, you know, like down the street from where I'm at in District 37, there was a supermarket that went on fire last year, and it turns out that the DOB, somebody overlooked some fire safety thing or whatever, right? And And I keep hearing more and more stories or whatever, right, throughout the city. And some of the stuff is actually, like, it hurts businesses. It's hurting businesses. It's, like I said, like that supermarket, right? If they didn't overlook that, it hurts, like, it hurts landlords, because the thing is, though, maybe they want to be polished. They want to make sure that stuff is on point for them, and it also hurts tenants and puts them at risk, and not just that as well, but basically the whole agencies overall. It's like what, like it's like.
Okay, sorry to interrupt you, but like my issue is Department of Homelessness. What do you think of that, Department of Homelessness?
As of right now, I don't think that they. I think that whole agency needs a whole restructuring completely. I think what they do, that first of all, like I said, I think the working families, like their whole like there's a lobbyist movement within the developers within the city, and they're using the Department of Homelessness as a grift to try and get whatever support from them. But and then on top of that, they aren't really helping the homeless people. Like there is a lot of, like, they are letting people, like, pretty much rot in the street. There's a lot of people that need help. They need to separate the homeless community. They need to, like, because there's people that could honestly, if they're given a couple weeks of brushing up, they could, like, they could go to work and then be on their feet within 3 months. But then, and they have them next to people that are severely mentally ill as well, and they need other needs as well. So the thing is, though, like, I think the whole department completely needs, like, it completely needs brushing up. It completely needs a whole restructuring, like complete guiding out everything. It's really appalling at the way things are run in the city, and it's really inhumane. And the fact that nobody is even bringing this up about the conditions for within our city, and then on top of that, a lot of the shelters, you have a lot of people complaining that the shelters are not safe as well, and we have to actually address that as well. Because the thing is, it's just sad. We can't have people like that when they're, like I said, when they're on their worst position ever. We can't have people worried about getting stabbed. We can't, we can't have people not getting help when they need mental health.
What about let me ask a question, because this question they never asked, because, okay, what is I want to ask this to Elijah too. Yeah. My accent anyway. Yeah. One, in the same topic, what do you think of this rule? Like, let me ask, where I start the question from. Okay. Does the Democrat is the party of the poor people or the rich people?
They're definitely the party of the rich people right now. I think they're completely, they're completely.
But how they promote themselves, the party of the poor, right?
Yeah, they do. They act like they're helping people, and like I said, I think they're. I believe, because they have programs like the City of Yes and all this other stuff, right? That I am very, very skeptical of, because I feel like it grifts off the poor community, like the poor, like the lower class communities and the middle class communities. Like it's at this point they are just sitting there picking out things, and it's like, it's like they're making they're getting lobbyists. And getting all this money and all this campaign money behind them based off of other people's real genuine struggle, and they're not even actually going out there to actually assessing if that is the real issue, and they're not actually doing any type of like going out and making sure that the policies that they are doing is actually doing some type of positive effect for people, and it's like enough.
The reason I ask you this question, because there are so many debates on the Democrats, a lot of with all the mayoral candidates. Yeah. But one of the candidates, I'm not going to say her name for the privacy. She already collected her signatures. She's going to be officially on the ballot. Yeah. But the Democrats, because I think they are the ones who put a rule, if you don't get funding 250,000, you cannot be in any debate. I'm like, what do you think of that?
Oh, I think that's absolutely horrible. And like I said, especially because
250,000.
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And especially like I
That
said,
means if I'm poor, low income, I cannot be on the debate.
no, and then like I said,
I'm like, what?
no. And this
When
is
she told me that,
this is the thing. And
I know you're gonna watch this video, and I'm talking about you. So I'm not mentioning your name for your privacy. You can have. I'm not giving him permission. So, but it's ridiculous that they not let you in the ballot, letting you in the ballot, because you have no money.
right.
So you're not supposed to be at the party of the poor.
right, exactly.
So it doesn't make sense. And this lady worked her ass off. Did I say it right in English?
yes.
She
Yeah.
worked. I don't mind correcting my English.
right.
She worked hard to get those signatures.
Right. Exactly.
Now she got those signatures. Now she's gonna be on the ballot, but she cannot be on the mayoral debates
Right.
because she hasn't collected $250,000.
Right. That is so stupid. Oh, that is so stupid. See, that's the thing. And
What rule? Basically, I'm asking you. Sorry to interrupt. What rules do you want to change in the when it comes to debate?
I think that has to be reassessed, especially because, like I said, as of right now, they are grifting. Right now, they are grifting off of other people's struggle to get that money. Right now, so the thing is though, so if you're grifting off that money to get that money, it's like, okay, so what's really going on? Because the thing is though, it's whatever it is, it's not about us like right now. And the thing is though, that they talk about like they love democracy, but that is not democracy, especially if a lot of people that a lot of people that are trying to call them out behind the scenes about who they are not actually getting their chance to shine. And the thing is though, like that's actually the opposite of democracy. That's actually like pretty propaganda, like communist country type of levels. It's like we need some freedom of speech here. We have to have freedom of debates and utilizing people like that. Like they talk about the oligarchy. That sounds like some pretty oligarchy type of movement right there. Speaking on behalf of the actual lobbyists and stuff that they claim to be completely against. It's like the way that they are right now is like basically whatever they say that they're for, it's the opposite. that's what it is. It's just like whatever they say. If they're for housing, they're not for housing. If they're for
let me give him because this is not a formal debate, and let me formal interview anyway.
Right.
We're not working for CNN or Fox News.
Right.
And I'm not professional. Let's call it like it is.
Yeah.
I disagree with the city of Jess because the city of Jess will only benefit the billionaires.
Right.
Will not benefit the low-income people. You give me a break. A person for one bedroom apartment in New York City, anywhere, that could be in the Bronx, that could be in Brooklyn, could be anywhere, $3,000.
Right.
When that apartment used to cost $1,200.
Right.
So, my question is, who's governing New York City?
Right.
Who's governing New York City? What party?
Democrats.
So why they're not doing anything about controlling this rent being too damn high?
Right.
Why they're not doing anything? That's my question. Like,
no, this is the
and
thing.
sorry to interrupt. Why the people that work from the benefits, that city fabs,
Right.
guess who's paying $3,000 for that apartment?
Right.
The city.
Right.
So
No.
that's
No, this is another thing too. Because the thing is, though, like I said, a lot of people don't know, like, because a lot of people think like the city of yes is about free market, but actually it's not. Like this is another thing because a lot of moderates are getting caught with this, and I'm seeing this online. They're being told city of yes because they're saying deregulations. It's a moderate point of view, but the thing is, though, when you see the RFPs online and when you see the accurate documents of these buildings, a lot of them are actually using taxpayer dollars as well. So the thing is, though, so they're heavily funded, and the thing is, though, at the same time, it's very inflationary for the state to actually go ahead and do this type of stuff, right? And like I said, they're trying to make it seem like this is a moderate type of doing right now, but as of right now, like it's absolutely not. And the thing is, though, at the same time, I feel like especially as it was just found out that Letitia James, owns some property, and she has she might be committing finance fraud. I kind of feel like that some of the things that they want to deregulate may be something to kind of save themselves, because it's kind of coming to light that some of them own their own properties and stuff like that. So that's kind of funny. Then that's kind of one thing that I do kind of want to watch out for, as like, you know.
I gotta tell you something. I think, in my opinion, I don't know your opinion. Maybe you cannot say because you're running for office. I'm not running for office.
Right.
But in my opinion, I think every single party, it has some level of corruption.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's
That
true.
includes the Republicans. And one thing that I see is like, what happened to Trump, those 32 charges, he was politically, what's the word in English? Politically...
Like lawfare. They use lawfare. Lawfare.
Lawfare? What is that?
Lawfare. It's like like warfare, but they're using the law. They kind of like politically prosecuted him, right? Like, you know.
Yes, that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about. And I think Trump is doing back to Letitia James. Even
Yeah.
I'm not saying Letitia James is innocent or guilty, but Trump is doing the same thing. So, and she ran
Right.
She ran against Trump.
Right.
So that's how she won, because she was like a never Trumper.
Right.
I don't know what to ask you more. Where do you stand on abortion?
Oh, on abortion, as of right now, that's not going to be overturned within the city. I have to be realistic.
Nobody say it affects. Like, listen, your opinion affects.
As of right now, I definitely do not want late term abortion or whatever, right? But one, like I said, as of right now, I think that, the state would have to do a vote for that, or the city would have to do a vote for that, because pretty much. Forget
about what is the law right now. I'm talking about your opinion.
Okay, well, I'm Native American, so we have different issues with that, within our communities. I actually don't like abortion near our ceremonies. We have a lot of sacred stuff or whatever, right? And a lot of that stuff is kind of against our culture. So killing babies and you're doing a sweat, and killing of babies and doing things for the creator, that just sounds crazy to me. So, and then being the fact that we also we're the people that went through eugenics, that we have we had.
What does eugenic means?
Eugenics.
Let's learn English while we're talking.
What they did was, first of all, they tried to sterilize our people. They tried to do everything to keep our numbers down, to make sure that that there's less Native children that are being born, right? And one thing is abortion. Another thing, and this is another thing that kind of hits me also with the children getting the hormones and all that stuff, right? Is sterilization. And because the thing is though, and a lot of people don't think about it, right? Because a lot of do you know, because the Democrat Party advertises specifically to non-white people, that means there is specifically non-white people that's getting the message to get their kids sterilized. Now think about that. That's eugenics. So that's what it is.
So what is your stance on LGBTQ?
I actually, for me, I have no issue with that. But the thing is though, but what I for me, I'm actually, like I said, I'm the moderate or whatever, right? I actually have if you're gay, that's cool. But the question
I'm asking you is what are you think, not what your family think, not what the law is. It's your personal opinion.
No, for me, I'm actually cool with that. I actually people can be gay, and stuff like that, right? The thing is though, I don't even think the LGBT and the hormone therapy thing that is going with children, I don't think I don't think they are the same issues. I think they're completely separate issues, completely. Because the thing is though, because if you're an adult, right, who you be with is you're gonna do adult 18 things, right? If you get a tattoo or whatever, I can't nobody's gonna stop you. No one should be able to stop you. But the thing is though, I just don't see how it's the same thing. Like I said, but when I see people talking about getting children hormone replacements, I see it as eugenics, because it's more advertised to non-white people, because it's the Democrat Party. That's what they do. They are advertising this to non-white people. And so and like I said, this country, like I know from my own people, is that it has a tendency to try and keep non-white people down, like the Native American people. So I'm just saying that that's where I see it, and I know this from the history. So, and a lot of people a lot of people, maybe they don't have family that's been here for like that long to know the history of this country and why to be cautious of certain things like that. But I see it as a completely separate issue. But people who know this country should know should know what the triggering thing is with that. So
Okay, this interview is not organized, and it doesn't have to be,
okay,
because it's not, it's not like, once again, CNN or Fox News.
okay,
There is one issue that people are very angry in the city,
uh-huh.
and that's the crime.
Right.
There is a reported crime, there's an unreported crime. Like yesterday, I saw a video on YouTube that a black lady, yes, I'm gonna call the race,
Right.
a black lady, if I see the video again, if I get you on social media, I wanna share the video to you.
Okay.
The lady came with her stroller, and she was going this way, and the lady spit on the lady. What do you think of these unreported crimes in the city?
Oh, that is absolutely crazy.
Do you think this crime should be, the people like that should be arrested?
I think something has to be done. Let me tell you, I had.
I'm talking about because you're running for a local district.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's just, I bet you know a lot of crimes that are not reported.
Yes. And the thing is though, like for me,
Or police don't want to report, they don't want to do the filing.
no, this is another thing that I also notice is going on. Like this is, like I said, like honestly, like a couple years back, I was living in Harlem, right? And there was this guy that lived in my building, and he was absolutely crazy. He had a machete, right?
Oh shit!
And the thing is though, and then on top of that, when we would walk into the building, when all the females of the building would walk into the building, because it was a walk up, right? When we walk, we'd all have to walk past, because he was like one of the first apartments, right? So we'd walk past his apartments. He'd stare out the window to see if we're coming in, and then when he knows that he knew that when we had to walk by apartment to get to our apartment, he would open the door in his boxers. Sometimes he would masturbate. Right, and all of us females in the building, we all try to team up to try and get the police to try and get at him. And even more crazier, once he cut my internet. he went onto the roof and he cut my internet. Like, this guy is absolutely crazy, right? And the police didn't do anything, right? And then no.
But
one,
issues like that, you should contact your council member. That's the one that's supposed to do something.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, because we had so many police reports. There was another lady or whatever in the next building like that, and I guess he was throwing chemicals or whatever in a yard, right? And then fast forward it, like way later, we found out that the police didn't want to do it, but without telling us, we found out that maybe we could have got something through the Department of Homeless Services, but we had no idea about this, right? So the thing is, though, oh my goodness, I think that the two are interconnected with the crime, the unreported crime, and the stuff that police don't want to deal with. I think a lot of that is mental health related, right?
Yeah, but I think mental health, I cannot disagree with that, even though I got my own mental issues, but I cannot disagree with that. I think most of the time they know what they're doing.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's debatable.
like I said, because he should know not to masturbate when females are walking by, right? Like,
so he knew what he was doing then.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. And when the police would come, he would hide his machete, because, like I said, he was absolutely crazy. But the thing is, though, that this is something that does need to be addressed, and the police, oh my God, they need to report stuff like this. They honestly do, and I think that there also has to be. This is another thing that I was thinking about, because the thing is, though, like, this is all agencies overall, right? I actually am getting an Article 78 for somebody, right? But I would like something where regular people could actually make comments to the city regarding the different agencies and what's going on and what is not, and what actions they're not doing. Like, to kind of like to kind of like, not to investigate, but the thing is, though, there has to be some sort of like, because I'm hearing, like, that maybe like something is that agency A is not doing something for this person, or agency B is not doing something for this person. But I would like to actually get something where regular people could actually kind of start reporting those situations, and then we could actually gather data. of how consistent this is actually happening, because because that's where the first step is. I think that's where we first are, and then we can proceed with that, because like as of right now, like we don't even have data of who and what is actually going into the.
Let me give you one perfect example. The Department of Homeless Services, also known as DHS.
Yeah.
A lot of clients complains to them, to the so-called agency ombudsman office.
Right.
DHS does nothing, ignore the people's complaint.
Right.
So these agencies needs to be fully investigated.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So when the DHS only listens to the vendors,
right.
like Canva, ICL, Breaking Grounds, they only
Yeah.
listen to them, but they don't listen to the clients. So the
Right.
clients' complaints are just ignored.
No, that's what I mean. I noticed
It happens a lot.
This is happening. Like this is citywide. This is honestly citywide. Like department wise. Like this is like a lot of things. Like people don't want to. They don't want to do action on anybody, and this is actually like this is a problem. And like I said, I want to see how much like this is actually happening, right? And just so you know. Article 78, everyone who does have issues with the agency should actually look up and consider and see what an Article 78 is, because that forces it, that actually...
What is Article 78?
An Article 78
It's from where? From the city, state, or federal government?
it's the state, right? And what people could do, or what I recommend, like I'm not a lawyer, right? But the
Yes.
thing is though, but you should talk to a lawyer before this, but one thing, it is an option to try and make an agency move. And that's actually what I'm grabbing paperwork from one of my friends right now, like, to because they need an agency to do something or whatever, right? And a lot of people don't know about that, and I think
Maybe your friend gotta help me with that. We're gonna share it on social media.
Right.
But let me ask you one question. Whatever. Okay, I should have said that from the beginning
yeah,
because you have to protect yourself. Whatever I ask you, you don't have to answer.
okay,
Let me be clear.
okay.
But I'm gonna ask anyway. What is your religion background?
Actually, I'm Native American Church. I do sweats and ceremonies, to be honest.
So you're not Catholic, Christian, none of that?
No, I just do. I do my culture, but we have stuff within our culture that is kind of that's kind of like religion, like
But-
So,
Would you like to be United States be governed by a religion like theocracy? Would you like to be United States to be a theocracy,
like
meaning governed by a religion? Doesn't matter which religion.
honestly, I believe in freedom of religion. I believe in like I didn't say it like that. Oh, are you saying that there should there be some sort of marriage between? I think I see this is my libertarian coming out, because I do have a little bit of a libertarian side, right?
Okay.
What it just means is I believe in people's freedom or whatever, right? I believe that people should be free to do what they want to do, but at the same time, we should try and push a moral compass on our younger people, so so they're not so lost out in society. We do I feel that a government solution might not be the perfect solution to making sure the actual society has that moral weight or whatever, right? But I feel like there's certain ways where it could be brought out within the people. You know what I mean? It just has to be kind of guided toward that direction, because I think that right now we do need it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Any more did you want to say?
My name's Eleanor McArthur.
And what advice do you have for any person who's running for office? Doesn't matter which office, local, federal, or state.
Basically, local, federal, or state.
Doesn't matter which candidate. Like,
Okay. Pretty much. I guess know where your voters are and kind of like know where to go, I guess, right? And to get your message out there, and pretty much, and also have a good pair of sneakers, because you're gonna be doing a lot of walking. So.
yeah. So thank you. This lovely lady is running for office, And
37.
District 37, right?
Yeah, 37.
And she's fighting because they're trying to
Take me off the ballot.
they're trying to take her off the ballot.
Right. And
So,
I'm
and who's doing that?
Sandra.
No, it's not really her.
Oh, well,
It's not the
the Democrat Party.
it's even more than that.
It's the Working Families
Party.
They're-
The working family party is trying to knock her down.
And the thing is though, if they're successful, I'm gonna take the independent line, and just so.
Oh, let me ask. I forgot to ask you another question.
Okay.
In order for you to run in the Democrats
Uh-huh.
parties, how many signatures do you have to collect as a city council?
As a city council,
How many signatures you have to collect?
400. I don't know the number right now. I'll rely.
Approximate. You can give me approximate number.
Like 400 plus.
400 plus.
Yeah. So,
And I bet you work hard for those signatures.
the thing is though, what I'm going to, like I said, I think the best thing for me, because the thing is though, that a lot of people don't know, when you do the signatures too, they want every single signature to be legible. Like they want, and you're given this much space too. So the thing is though, the forms that you're given to actually write people's stuff on, it's hard. Like the forms that they give you, like it's hard for elderly people. That I found even like when I was like at fishing, is that they're having troubles actually writing on the forms, and that's kind of concerning. And also this is another thing too. It's
So you're basically telling me that the form needs to be reevaluated or something like that?
yeah, the form definitely has to be reevaluated. It's like almost set up where people are gonna get taken off the ballot. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's almost like that.
But let me tell you, you're not the first one, neither the last one that's gonna be trying to take off the ballots.
Right.
Do you know that, right?
Yeah. So, anyways, like I said, I'm planning for the independent line as well, and honestly, like I said, I think it might be best for me. The reason why, because I want to make it clear that I'm a moderate. Like like I said, like I'm center right. I am center right, and there's and I do respect the office. I do respect that we have a president and stuff like that, right? I respect all of it, but at the same time,
Let me ask you one question. Was Biden your president?
no.
No.
Oh my God.
Did Trump is your president?
Well. Oh my God, you made me walk into it. Donald.
Let me.
I just walked right in.
No, they were our presidents. We have to agree with them, but they were our presidents no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Biden. I wonder if he, like, I'm gonna be honest. I wonder if he was a puppet, because he was.
Let me tell you something about Biden.
Yeah.
You want me to tell you something about Biden?
What's that?
Do you know who was president during Biden?
Who?
Obama.
Oh yeah. I can see
Obama
that.
was the president.
So see?
And he was just a puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on, Biden, sign here.
Because he didn't know what was going on. He acted like he was drugged all the time.
Yes, I know, it's a fact.
So
But Obama was president. So
Right.
it was Obama's third term.
right.
And Obama wanted to run for the fourth term,
Right.
but he
No.
couldn't.
Yeah.
Kamala lost.
Yeah. And I'm so happy that she lost, because that lady, oh my goodness.
Everything was a smile, right? You ask her a question.
And the thing is though, oh my gosh, she would drive me crazy, because the thing is though, she never answered a question. She couldn't say what she liked or what she didn't like. She couldn't say, like, if she didn't like anything, she would be like, I don't like it, but I kind of like it. Like that would be her answers. And it's like, okay, so what's going on with you, woman? Like that's why you lost. I have friends that are straight up independent, and they're registered to vote, and they didn't know who to vote for, because they're like because they usually go with the Democrat line, right? But the thing is that this time
we are entering into another topic within the same topic.
Yeah.
Listen.
Uh-huh.
In my opinion, I don't know your opinion, but in my opinion, Democrats lost because they do not listen to the people.
Yeah.
They listen to the
The lobbyists.
lobbyists,
The people giving them money.
Yes, they don't listen to the people.
Right.
Like, for example, I want to give you one example. The migrant crisis, right?
Right.
I watched it. I'm Hispanic.
Right.
And I'm Hispanic, LGBTQ, and I'm atheist.
Right.
Yes, I want people to know that.
Right.
Like, people say, God bless you, so I can say, I don't believe in God.
Right.
So, in Telemundo, people were complaining about the crimes, about they're tired of this uncontrolled immigration. But Democrats didn't want to listen.
Right.
So guess what? Basically, they did this. What do you call it in English? They did this to the voters.
Oh, they gave them the finger.
They gave the finger. Think I'm still learning English.
Yeah, yeah.
So they gave the voters the finger.
Right.
Guess what? Some of the voters did. They went and voted for Trump.
Right.
So
no, that's the thing, because
they don't listen to the voters.
I know that the thing is
They were, they're. Maybe I'm talking over you. I don't want to be rude.
Oh no, go ahead.
So there are YouTubers, black YouTubers,
Right.
black,
Right.
that talking directly to the voters who they're gonna vote for and what issue they're angry about.
Right.
Democrats still didn't listen. Still
Right.
did not listen.
Right.
So there are many other issues why they voted for Trump.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like Obama was getting. Remember, he got mad at black males for
Yes.
for not wanting to support Kamala Harris. And this is the thing. This is like a whole other thing. Like they for us, like for Native people, right? We have a thing called like missing and murdered Indigenous women, right? Having cartels in my neighborhood and unvetted people and potential cartel members in my neighborhood is not going to prevent missing and murdered Indigenous women. In my opinion, that actually could put me in danger. So the thing is, though, and so you see Native women saying that they have issues that they don't want to be victims of crime, right? They don't want to go missing.
Oh, let me ask you one question.
Yeah.
Before I forget.
Okay.
Remember, I'm not a professional.
Right.
There are certain sections, right? Like this. This is only Native land, right?
Right.
Let's say this is a territory.
Okay.
Those Native people vote?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
They do vote?
Oh, definitely. Of course.
Even when they are in their what do you call it in English, in their territory?
Oh, the res. They call it the res.
Red?
The res. It's
How to spell that?
It's called reservation, but you'll see it.
Oh,
online.
reservation. Okay.
But online you'll see it REZ.
Oh.
Like R. Yeah. It's no one really calls it like reservation. That's just too many syllables. So we call it the res.
So those people vote?
Yeah. A lot of them.
Even if they are in the reservation?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Actually.
I didn't know that.
Well, actually, yeah. And the thing that's funny, right? I honestly knew ahead of time that Camilla lost. And you know how I knew ahead of time Camilla lost? Because I know that Navajo Nation, right? They have 300,000. They have over 300,000 members, right?
And those people vote.
Yeah, they voted, right? And I know last election they voted. They vote for 2020. They voted for Biden, right? But this year, I knew that they were voting for Trump, right? I hear word, smoke signals. We heard word that they were voting.
Are they on Facebook?
They're all over the place. Like I said, there's 300,000 members, right? But I was hearing.
I'm gonna add you on Facebook so I can add them too.
Right. So the thing is, I found, and the thing is, though, they only needed like 10% of the res to not vote for Biden. For Camilla to lose Arizona, right? Because this is Arizona. This is 300,000 people out of Arizona. That's where that res is, right? So I knew when I seen how many Trump voters that were Navajo or Dene, whatever they call it, right? But when I seen how many Trump voters were Navajo and Trump supporters were Navajo, like around like summer 2023, I'm like, oh, Camilla lost the election because that's the state that won her that won Joe the election last time, and that's the county that flips back and forth. And this year they're going with Trump, so it's like, so I already knew. So it's like, okay, so
how many delegates? How many? What do you call it?
Oh, I forget how much there was. And PA, I wasn't sweating PA. I was not sweating PA at all. But I knew Arizona. It was like no. If they got Arizona, then they got PA. Like if they got
Why one and the other, and now one and now one and not the other?
well, the thing is though,
They're Navajo. There are indigenous in PA too.
No. It's just that I know how my people are. We are probably the most stubborn voters ever. Like, you know. So the thing is though, and if you manage to make a whole bunch of Native people Trump supporters, then you know you lost the election. That's pretty much.
Oh wow.
Like, you know.
And it's more than that. A lot of stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to give you the secrets we Democrats. I know some of you are gonna watch this video, and you're not paying me, so I'm not gonna say more about that.
Okay.
But I know also why you lost the election too. So anyway, so you want to say a message to your voters?
Pretty much.
If anybody watched the video, you wanted to.
Try and like I said, like always keep an eye out for what your rights are, and also if you have issues with the agency, please look up what an Article 78 is, because we need to get a record of what is going on within the city, and we need a record of what is going on within the agencies. So if you have trouble with the agency, look that up. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
All right.